But how the fuck are you guys? All right. I could hear you from the back. You sound fantastic. Looks. I'm kind of getting on in my years. I always notice it when my beard grows out. But I'm 48 now. And I think, looking back at my life, don't applaud for it. Looking back at my life, I think there was two big jobs that I did. They didn't really last for the longest period of time. That really defined who I was. One, for 10 years, I was a professional wrestler. I mean, clearly the steroids have worn off. Actually, I stopped doing the steroids and kept doing the Red Bull. Two, for 3 years, I was head doorman of a gay bar. Some of you might remember it. Anybody remember the Odyssey?
Yeah!
Yes? Fucking A. I was one of the 2 straight head doormen that they had in their 25-year history. And that was easily the most fun I'd ever had in my entire life. Started with one of the most fucked up job interviews I've ever had. I go up into the office. Well, I showed up with my wife. And the guy, a friend invited me who was a doorman there. He said, well, we need some doormen. Upstairs I go. I sit down across the desk from this man who kind of, anybody know who Jack Benny is?
Yeah.
3 people, okay, 3 people. A little bit like Jack Benny. Sits across the desk from me and he goes, okay, let's have a look-see. You're straight, obviously. Good looking. This was a while ago. Stand up. Turn around. And he grabs my ass and looks at my face as fast as he can. Goes, you're fine. So, that's how I got the job at that bar. And she wanted to see if I'd punch him. I started learning some very fascinating things about gay guys. For starters, the amount of shit that they get away with straight girls. People just thought I was gay working there, so... I don't mean like... There's this one time, see, we had glassware. And girls would go in there and there'd be like broken glass all over the dance floor. It's a nightmare if you're security there because somebody's cutting a foot. Anyways, it was my job to have to go out onto the floor and tell people to put their shoes back on, stop dancing in their bare feet. A couple of you girls know where I'm going with this. I walk up to the girl and say, Miss, please, you gotta put your shoes back on. She starts going, oh, are you jealous you want to wear them? You want to wear my shoes? You want to wear them? So I look at her and I go, well, I would, honey, but those are too big. Now put them on. And she does this. Ever feel like you've discovered kryptonite? In any other situation, that would have got a slap across my face, a drink in my face, and probably a couple of fists from the closest guys. I eventually kind of took it too far. I won't get into that. However, maybe later. However, well, round of applause first. How many straight folks in here have gone into a gay bar and had the time of their lives? You see what I'm talking about? You will see shit there that you will never see anywhere else in this world. And for all those folks who just got the ringing endorsement and want to go hang out in a gay bar now, I want you to look for this one thing. A drag queen frantically taking off her jewelry. If you have never seen a drag queen fight, buckle up. It is the best shit you will ever see in your life. Here's what you will see. Oh no, you did not just say that to me. They'll start taking off the rings. You hold this, Peter. Earrings. Still wearing this big frilly dress, and it's usually one that weighs me considerably. This is the next thing you will see. Come on! Most terrifying fucking thing you'll ever see in your life if you were on the receiving end of it. That is when I learned never fuck with a drag queen. Have I sold some of you on it yet? Yes? Awesome. Okay, I just got a couple of minutes. I want to tell the story about when I was a wrestler. I used to travel around here in BC and in the States on occasion and over in Japan. And the best time that I had was for a year, my tag team partner was a midget. Yes, it's midget, not little people. That's fucking degrading. Yes? Nothing wrong with midget. Anyways, on paper that was a good idea, but that meant I was taking 100% of the ass beating from the two other guys on the other side of the ring. And he would occasionally tag in and kick a shin and get the fuck out of there. But every match had a finish. I'm sorry, wrestling is fake. Did I? We knew this, right? Okay, good. Every match, I would have to pick him up and throw him into the opposing tag team. I have thrown more midgets than most men dare to dream. Look at the glimmer in the eyes of the guys in the front row here. They are dying to do this. And it was politically correct. He would not have been paid had I not have done it. Anyways, everybody, that's my time. Thank you so much for having me up on stage. Enjoy the rest of the show. You have some awesome comedians.